If you are a sole proprietor and you're looking for a bank business loan, then this video is for you. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome City Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the top 5 bank business loans for sole proprietorships that need massive funding. So the whole thing here is that a lot of people believe that if you are a sole proprietor, you can't qualify for it. Funding from a big national bank. The answer is the reality is totally different, because you can qualify for a bank business loan even if you need a massive funding or a massive loan as a sole proprietorship. There are a few things you need to do. Our preference is for you to go to a branch. You want to start with your own bank. If you bank with a Chase or Wells Fargo or Citibank or Bank of America or any other big national bank, you want to go to a branch and have a conversation. It doesn't matter. You don't have to convert your sole proprietorship into an EIN entity. In other words, an LLC, LP, S Corp, or C Corp. You can still qualify for a bank business loan as a sole proprietorship, but there is more work. You need to actually talk to a loan rep at a branch or over the phone. You need to know the dollar amount, the type of loan you are applying for, the borrowing purpose, and the collateral information if applicable. Borrowing purpose is very important. This is also called the use of loan proceeds. You need to really have a clear explanation as to how you'll use the money. The thing is, as a sole proprietorship, most of the times banks and other lenders tend to confuse they really don't know where the line stops between your personal use and your business use, okay? Because there's no clear separation here. So this is why you have to be very, very clear in terms of explaining what you use the money for. And if you have, so they will need your business legal name, the street address, the phone number, the email address, the type of business organization, the year it was established, the date acquired by the present owner and industry code, the NAICS, your business tax ID. As a sole proprietorship, you can still have an EIN, but so you can put that, or you can put your social security number. You have to indicate also your annual sales / gross revenue and the number of employees. Okay, that's very important. And before I get into the actual rankings, please check out the short loan evaluation approach. We do have a very rigorous approach when it comes to categorizing and reviewing business loans on this show. Check this out. Number 5, folks, we have PNC Bank. Our score, 8/10. With PNC Bank, you have a constellation of small business loans, including business loans for sole proprietorships. And you can actually use the money to purchase assets or meet specific financing needs. And the loan is based on a predetermined schedule or monthly principal and interest payments. Okay, the loan can be secured or unsecured depending upon your situation, your credit history, and the interest rates are generally fixed for the life of the loan. One thing I want to say here is that with PNC Bank, they're not requiring you to, they have a very low FICO score requirements as long as you have an MPR with them, a multi-product relationship with them. Okay, they do not request you to have a business credit score, no, and you can actually use the money for, so the loan amounts oscillate from $20,000 to $100,000. You have a very streamlined application and decision-making process, no collateral required. You have an easier payment processing and convenient terms. That's if you are looking for $20,000 to $100,000. If you're looking for more, Let's say you want a business loan for your sole proprietorship that goes above 100 grand. This is where security comes into place. So you're going to have to collateralize the loan. So here you have the secured small business loan. This is great for one-time business expenses that require longer-term financing, such as equipment or machinery. So here the loan amounts will oscillate from $100,000 to $3 million. So if you are an independent contractor and you have to buy machinery that is some kind of fixed asset to your balance sheet, to your company's balance sheet, you want to go for this secure small business loan. You can save money. You use the business assets to secure lower loan rates and longer terms than unsecured loans. You are able to cover your borrowing needs, right? And you have, again, here an easier payment processing. What we love with the secure small business loan is that the maturity is longer. It goes from 2 to 7 years. Whereas when you have the unsecured small business loan that goes from 20 grand to $100,000, the maturity goes from 2 years to 5 years. So this is, in a nutshell, what you should remember from the PNC Bank business loan for sole proprietorship, 8/10. Number 4, folks, we have Bank of America. Our score, 8.5/10. Bank of America also offers a constellation of secured and unsecured business loans for sole proprietors. And so they call it Business Advantage Term Loan. That's the term that's how they call it there. And here you can get a lump sum working capital to help improve your business cash flow with no collateral required. Okay. And they do have unsecured business loans that feature low interest rates and convenient repayment terms. What we love with Bank of America is that they have business loans, business lines of credit, both secured and unsecured. What about the loan amounts? $10,000 to $100,000, and fixed rates as low as 4.75%. The loan terms go from 12 months to 60 months, and there is an origination fee of $150 if you are approved. Only if you are approved. Okay. How do you qualify for this loan from Bank of America as a sole proprietorship? 2 years in business, and you need to make at least $100,000 in annual revenue. Okay, so this is for the loans. Now let's talk about the unsecured business line of credit. This line starts at $10,000. It is unsecured. The interest rate can be as low as 4.50%, and terms revolving with annual renewal. One thing we have seen here is that if you are a sole proprietorship and you're looking for a business loan from a big national bank, the Business Advantage Term Loan or line of credit is a great tool. And as we all know, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a term loan or an unsecured business line of credit, because an unsecured business line of credit can help you bridge the gap between, let's say, payables and receivables with no collateral required. So this kind of line of credit is not collateralized, okay? This is why it's unsecured, right? And the thing here is that you have a revolving loan terms with annual renewal, no cash advance fees, and no interest charges until you use the funds. So until you use the funds, there's no charge, there's no interest here. The requirements are similar for the line of credit. So you need to be in business for at least 2 years. You can be an independent contractor. You can do whatever you do, but you must have been in business at least 2 years prior to applying for this loan, and you need to pull in at least $100,000 every year, and that's gross income. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the top 5 bank business loan for sole proprietorships that need massive funding. Number 3, we have Wells Fargo. Our score, 9/10. And we love the fact that Wells Fargo has a lot of funding programs. The only thing is they don't offer right now business term loans except SBA loans. So they only offer the government guaranteed loans. So we're going to have to, if you're interested in getting some kind of credit products from Wells Fargo for your sole proprietorship, you need to apply for the business line of credit. And here they actually have two. So they have the Wells Fargo business line of credit. And for as a new customer, there is no annual fee for the first year. And the line will go from, the line amount will go from $5,000 to $100,000. That's a revolving credit line. The rates are as low as prime plus 1.75%, and there's no collateral required. You have automatic enrollment in a free rewards program, and this includes Wells Fargo Business line of credit and Wells Fargo Small Business Advantage line of credit. So based on our analysis, this kind of business line of credit is great for supplementing cash flow, expanding your business, and covering unexpected expenses. And there are other features that we love with this product. You have MasterCard access card, easy to use checks, access online or by phone, or no foreign transaction fees. Okay, so this is for if you're looking for amounts going from $5,000 all the way to $100,000. You have the unsecured product. If you're looking for a larger amount, let's say from $100,000 to $500,000, a revolving credit line, then you need to have the Wells Fargo Prime line of credit. Here you have a monthly interest-only payments, but the line is secured by business assets. So you're going to have to, if you are a sole proprietorship, in some cases, your business is not a distinct entity from your personal affairs. So this means that you might have to secure the loan with your personal assets. It's a little dangerous, but something you need to think about. And this line of credit is typically for sole proprietorships and businesses that have between $2 and $5 million in annual sales. So if you are an independent contractor, you're able to pull in that much money, you can qualify for a Wells Fargo Prime line of credit. And this is great for short-term working capital expenditures, large purchases, and it's great also for making bulk purchases for pricing advantages. And other features, we have competitive prime base rates, unlimited access up to the line limit during 1 year draw period, and this line is renewable annually. Number 2, folks, we have here Santander Bank. Our score 9.5 over 10. So when it comes to sole proprietorships, Santander Bank is a great bank, okay? And we love the fact that the requirements are pretty similar, that they're pretty similar to what we just talked about for Wells Fargo. You need to be established in business. You need to be in business for 2 years or more. And if you are a startup, you are a sole proprietor that just started, you want to borrow from them a higher amount, they want to have an SBA guarantee. And you can use the money for anything. You can use the money to expand operations, purchase equipment, to refinance debts, outsource some parts of your operational setup. Okay, and with Santander, if you are a sole proprietorship, there are 4 types of credit programs that you might like. So they have the business line of credit, they have the business term loan, they have the business owner-occupied commercial real estate mortgages, and they have the business equipment financing. So it really depends on what you're looking for. So for example, if you, the business line of credit is great for short-term working capital financing needs, right? Potential uses include accounts receivable financing, inventory purchasing, and supporting seasonal cash flow fluctuations. And the revolving lines start at $10,000. The same thing for the business term loan, okay? The good thing we love about the business term loan is that it's great for financing needs requiring longer term to repay. Whereas the business line of credit is for short term, the business term loan, as the name indicates, is for longer term, I would say longer term operational needs, right? And the amounts go from $10,000 all the way to $500,000 for both. The amounts go from $10,000 all the way to $350,000 for both the business line of credit and the business term loan, okay? And the maturity for the business term loan goes from 3 to 7 years. Besides the business line of credit and business term loan, if you are a sole proprietorship that is interested in business owner occupied commercial real estate mortgage, you can actually qualify for a loan with Santander up to 25 years. Think about it, 25 years. And the minimum amount to borrow, $25,000. And last but not the least, you have business equipment financing. Minimum amount to borrow, $50,000. And the maturity goes from 3 years to 10 years. Number one, folks, in our view, the best of the best when it comes to the bank business loan for a sole proprietorship that wants to expand, that needs massive funding. We have US Bank. Our score 10 over 10. So with US Bank, you actually have a constellation of business loans, not only for established businesses, but also for sole proprietorships that need massive funding. So they have the US Bank Quick Loan. So here you have, this is a quick loan with an online application. You can actually get approved for up to $250,000, and you have fixed interest rates. You also have the business term loan. Here you have conventional financing up to $1 million. And here the loan is secured by business assets. Okay. So if you actually apply for a loan below $250,000, you're going to have an unsecured business loan. But if you want you want an amount that is between $250,000 to $1 million, then you're going to have to collateralize the loan. You also can get through US Bank a commercial real estate loan. So this is owner occupied or investment property up to $10 million and amortizations up to 25 years, variable or interest rates. You have SBA guaranteed loans, so government-backed loans up to $12.375 million. Okay, and you have equipment financing. Here you can actually borrow all the way to $500,000 if you want to finance your machinery, your pieces of equipment. So that's for the business loans. You also have with the US Bank, you have the business line of credit. They have business line of credit programs. So you have the cash flow manager. Here you can manage cash flow up to $250,000. You can apply online with quick decisions. You have the business line of credit. You can use it to purchase materials, equipment, or inventory. Here you have up to $1 million, and this is secured by business assets. You have the business equity line of credit. Here you can use the real estate as equity. Here you can qualify for up to $500,000. So revolving terms with a 5-year maximum, monthly interest only payments. And then you have business reserve line. This offers protection from overdraft charges up to $5,000, no annual fee. But this has to be linked to your US Bank business checking accounts. Before closing here, I just want to share with you a bonus. During our research, we have found that we found another lender that does a lot of great things for sole proprietorships, and that's Chase. Our score, 8 over 10. So with Chase, the requirements are a little stringent, but if you have a multi-product relationship with them, you can qualify for any business funding program, even if you are a sole proprietorship. You can use, with Chase, you have several types of credit programs. You have lines of credit. In other words, you have access to working capital that helps you meet your business's short-term needs. You have business loans. Here you can finance large investments with flexible repayment options. You have commercial real estate, so real estate lending for purchasing, building, or refinancing. You have SBA solutions. Those are solutions that allow you to start or expand your small business with financing solutions guaranteed by the SBA. Okay, so you can see on the screen here we have the business and commercial lines of credit. So the business line of credit goes from $10,000 to $500,000. Okay, and the annual fee is automatically waived when your average line utilization is 40% or more. This has a renewable 5-year revolving term. You pay interest only on the amount of credit you actually use. You can choose a monthly payment date that suits your cash flow. So that's for the business line of credit. And then you have the commercial line of credit. Now, as a sole proprietorship, you don't really want to, because you will not qualify for the commercial line of credit, okay? Because this commercial line of credit is great for businesses that have larger working capital needs. But as a sole proprietor, you don't need that. If you happen to scale in the future, then everything should be fine at that moment. And you also have small business loans and financing. So you have financing options such as term loan, draw loan. With the draw loan, you have a draw period up to 12 months followed by a fully amortizing repayment term. And then you have an advised line from Chase. So this is a pre-approved period that allows you to make purchases for up to 12 months. Okay, and this is so as you can see here, Chase is a big bank, of course, and they have a repertoire of funding programs, of business funding programs for sole proprietorships that need massive funding. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I was talking to you quickly today about the top 5 bank business loans for sole proprietorships that need massive funding. Number 1, we have US Bank 10/10. Number 2, here we have Santander Bank 9.5/10. Number 3, we have Wells Fargo 9/10. Number 4, we have Bank of America 8.5/10. Number 5, we have PNC Bank 8/10. And this is not number 6, but this is more the bonus. We have Chase 8/10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I'll see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.